Okay, time to start a new tumbler. This is going to be another Hocus Pocus one. I printed this mirrored. I'm going to put it on just a painted cup, and then I'm going to come in and alcohol ink all the way around the cup once this water slide dries a bit. So I'm going to get the water slide wet. While that soaks, I'm going to get the tumbler damp. And I do have fairly warm water, so this shouldn't take too long. And I printed this mirrored so that I can do it face down. So I'm going to put it on, get it placed, and try and get my backing paper off. And I just messed that up a little bit, so I will have to fix that edge. I do find that when I do them upside down, I can't manipulate them as much as when I do them the proper way. There, that is all fixed. Better. So I'm going to dry that off, and I'm going to let the water slide sit and dry for a bit, and then I'm going to come in and ink the tumbler around it and then get it under resin with a little bit of a cheat glitter and try and get that air bubble out that you don't want. So I'm going to set this to the side and let it dry for a little bit. Okay, I am ready to get this inked. I am just getting my gloves on. I grabbed my Let's Resin Pastel-y purple inks out, and I also grabbed the gray and the black. I am going to have a small brush handy to get a little closer if I need to. But I just have a couple pieces of makeup wedge ready to do the bulk of the work. I have a piece of vinyl backing, and I'm just going to shake all of these purples up real good. And I'm going to open them over here on this side and do like lightest to darkest maybe. They're probably going to end up all getting mixed together, so it really doesn't matter. But, and like I said, I had some gray. And some black. I will try to find this set from Let's Resin and get it linked. But I'm going to start with some gray just around the edge. Because I don't really want to color over my water slide, but I want to color up to it. So the gray will be a good buffer color, I think. And I'm going to try and do it like a watercolor type effect. So I'm not even sure if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of going up along the edge, meeting up with the image. I'm going to need more of that gray. Just to kind of extend that cloud pattern from the image itself. Color in that little bit of white too. There. And work my way back down the other side. This image itself has such a watercolor effect that I thought the alcohol inks would kind of pull that through. So, whoops. Throwing stuff around. Okay. So now I'm going to grab a makeup wedge and just start to, and I'm going to come back over some of that gray as well. But I am just going to start daubing it on. Again, staying within that watercolor type feel. And I didn't pull my alcohol yet, but I probably will to smooth some of this out. So as I run out of ink, I'm going to reload. And just keep going. Don't forget about the bottom. It really shouldn't take too long to go all the way around like this to start. I think I'm at mostly the light for a minute. I'm going to grab that other dauber to bring the light back in. So just cheap makeup wedges you buy in like the 30 pack at Walmart or Dollar Tree or whatever grocery store. Drugstore you shop at. They all carry them. If you can find them. Sometimes I can't find them. So I'm going to grab my isopropyl alcohol and a little dish to put some in. Just going to put a little bit in a little measuring cup. It's plenty to start. I'm going to grab this black first. Kind of darken up a few sections. I'm going to grab the gray also. Okay, so now I'm going to clean my brush off a little bit in there. I got a paper towel right here. And I am just going to start spreading that out a bit. Thinning it out some. Spreading it, blending it. Remember, the alcohol will reactivate the inks, but also keep in mind that this was a kind of matte spray painted tumbler to begin with, so it's only going to reactivate just so far, if that makes sense, because it's almost staining the cup as it goes. I'm just basically blending to eliminate harsh strokes. And to give it a little bit more of the same look as the original image. I'm just trying not to let it run and bleed over the water slide image. That's what you don't want to have happen. So I'm going to come back over in here where I initially did that gray and blend some purples up in there. Tilting the cup down so if it runs at all, the alcohol, it runs down into Okay, so what else do I want? I want to put some more color in. Just layer and build until you like where you're at. Just kind of have fun with it. Oh, the bottom's boring. Let's get some more texture in there. So I'm just kind of looking around it, going for any spots that I still don't love the way they look. All right, so I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry. And then I am going to get a layer of epoxy on it with a little bit of my micro cheat in it for a little bit of sparkle. So I will be back when I'm ready to get the epoxy on. Okay, so my ink has been sitting long enough and I am ready to get some resin on this. I already have some resin mixed up that I used on another cup. I have this micro cheat from It's Pretty Personal mixed in here. That goes well off of a purple base, so I'm going to go with that. So I'm just going to get a good layer of epoxy on here. This is going to be done for you guys at this stage, but it is going to end up with another 2 thin coats on it after this one, and they will be thin coats because the way I did this, it doesn't have any on it until this coat, and 1 coat is certainly not enough. So I'm just going to real quick get this on and show you guys, and that'll be it. I did not seal my ink. I know I'm going to be asked. I never seal my inks. I don't have a problem with them running. I haven't used an epoxy yet that causes my inks to run. I have used sealers that cause inks to run. So for me, I just let it dry for 20 minutes or so and then go straight into it with the resin. Personal preference. Do what works for you and what works with your resin. Everybody does it a little bit differently. So I'm going to hit this with the torch real quick once around. And then I will bring you down and show it to you. I absolutely love the way this cup looks though. So that's once. I'm going to bring you down, try not to get my hand in the way. Look at that. Look how beautiful that ink looks. Especially with the sparkle over top. It's freaking stunning. Here we go with the decal. So that is going to be it for this one. I'll let you see it come around once more. There you go. Thank you for watching.